Yep, just the minute that warranty's out, man. Today I went to go fire up my truck. I see my PSI is not building past 50. I'm like, whatever. I go and take the discharge hose off my compressor. Boom, 0 air. My compressor is dead. So, and the warranty's out, of course. And we're here at Kansas City. Should've just went home last night, man. And now I would have replaced it at the truck stop at my yard. It is what it is right now. I'm waiting for Uber to come, and then we're gonna go Freightliner and get robbed for $1,300, and that's gonna be fun. And then I might as well get a new where's the freaking remote? Might as well get a new governor as well, and I already have a new that valve, whatever you would call it. The safety valve, this. I'm gonna replace this as well, and I'm gonna get a new air dryer cartridge as well. Might as well knock all that out. Keep you posted on how it goes. It's gonna be a day lost. The sad thing is I just had a load that was supposed to pick up at 1 a.m. and lost that load. It is what it is. Can we keep on rolling? All right, so I bought this microphone. I might as well use it. Let's clip it on my shirt. You're gonna hear the squealing less on my AC, and I think the sound is gonna be pretty crisp compared to a video earlier. You're definitely gonna be able to tell. I just like watching videos with like a crisp audio. I almost like audio better than the video quality. Like video quality is like, if it's good enough, like 1080, whatever, you're good. But audio, like if the audio is bad, like you're hearing everything on your left ear, like, no, that doesn't do it for me. But yeah, anyways. I went to Freightliner earlier, and their freaking system is down. I was gonna buy an air compressor, and yeah, it's not working, their system. So then I took an Uber back to the truck here. I was like, okay, well, instead of sitting here, I'm just gonna go to a truck, start taking this off. And then there's a Fleet Pride right across the street. Mind you, I called all these other places for the compressor as well. Nobody else has it. So I went and did that. I went to Freightliner, and yeah, their system's down, so I'm gonna start taking this now off. What the fuck was I even gonna say? Sorry for cussing. It's just that type of day. I went to Fleet Pride, and I was like, let me just get an air governor from here and try to put a new air governor. See, maybe there's a little bit of chance that it might be an air governor. Yeah, no, it's not. My air compressor is gone. But it's weird because there's no oil coming out the discharge line, and there's no grinding going on inside the gears. Like, I guess it just gave out. I don't know. I mean, it lasted 100,000 miles. All this reman stuff, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I have the worst freaking luck ever with this truck. Like, everything is always broken. Like, I try to be positive, optimistic, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, geez, like, can I get anything to last, dude? Like, it is crazy. They're like, you need to be more positive, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying, but it's not working out, bud. Like, I had a load. I was supposed to go to Texas. Boom. Canceled. So we're going to be like $1,500 out the pocket for the day. $1,300 plus tax. I don't have a tax exemption here. And then, yeah, I don't know. It sucks. But that's what I'm going to do. I went inside to cool off a little bit. And then I'm going to go start working on that thing and start taking it off. And then I'm just going to take it with me to Freightliner with Uber. So I'm not having to go back up there for the core, because the core is like $600. So yeah, we're gonna keep you guys posted when we hopefully fix this thing, and then we can get rolling somewhere. If I don't get rolling tomorrow or tonight, whatever, I'm going home. Just gonna call it quits. Going on the road back next week. Keep y'all posted. There go a whole mess later at a truck stop. That's just cooling. But I got it out. You don't gotta take the intake manifold, but when you're by yourself, it's a lot easier to get that thing out with the intake out the way. So yeah, now we're gonna hopefully run the Freightliner and get a new one. All right, this is day 2 of dealing with this compressor. Long story short, when I was putting it on, I snapped one of the bolts on the intake manifold hose that goes from the intake manifold hose to the compressor. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to just try to make it home with that one bolt on there. Yeah, no way. I was starting to drive and I wasn't even hitting 10 pounds of boost, and this thing was squeaking. And so, you know, imagine 30 pounds of boost, it would probably snap that off. And number one, I would probably have a crapped out air compressor, so $1,000 gone. And number two, I'd probably have to call towing. So I decided, instead of doing all that and risking it, I'm just gonna go get a rent-a-car. And I moved over to Love's, and we're gonna work on it again today and take that compressor back off, because that's what I should have done in the first place. I should have just left it alone instead of putting it back on and thinking about going home. I should have just left it alone and waited for today and then took that bolt out. So that's what we're doing today. We are gonna take that thing back off, get a new gasket, and let's show you. So I went to a Harbor Freight and bought extractor set, tap bit set, another tap bit set, and another extractor set. So hopefully one of them will work. And then I bought some Permatex for the power steering pump and some pliers and whatnot. Yeah, hopefully some of this works and we can take that bolt out. But yeah, we'll keep you guys posted how it goes. We might as well name this video something along the lines of surviving a breakdown on the road as an owner-operator. The camera is going to die, so I might make this quick and put this thing to charge. But yeah, that's a rental car right there. And we're here at Love's. Got our supplies, everything we're gonna need. Shout out to the guy here at Premier Truck Group, James. My man hooked me up. And yeah, we're gonna do what we gotta do. Pull this compressor back off and fix those leaks. Fix that broken bolt, that is. And some other stuff. But yeah, I figure I'll just get a rental, because getting Uber just doesn't work when you're fixing stuff. You always need to go run back and forth. So yeah, guys, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get at it, take advantage of this nicer weather. It was cold this morning, so hopefully we can knock this out by night and return that car and get a load home, or anywhere, as a matter of fact, because we're losing money as we speak. We're gonna keep on rolling, keep y'all posted. Man, the more you do this stuff, the better you get. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. That's the bolt we need to tap out. Unscrew this and see how that works out. 45 minutes, we got it out. It is what it is, you know. About to open a shop, start doing compressors only. Keep your folks posted. Shout out to the guy with the blue Peterbilt that just came by from Cohen. That thing was sweet. He came by, he said, "Oh, I watch you on YouTube." And the guy yesterday who I let borrow my jumper cables. Pretty sure both of them were Cuban. I forgot to ask their name, but cool dudes. And they both asked, "Hey, if you need me to help out, I got you." Like, nah, bro. The fact that you stopped and even asked means a lot. Keep y'all posted. Well, I tried and I screwed up. I don't know how to use these screw things, pull out. I just destroyed this hole even more. As you can see, I made it way too big. And yeah, I just called a welder. I'm gonna have a welder come on and weld this bracket on here and call it a day. Hopefully that works. Well, hopefully this works. We got a welder. He about to weld that thing on there. That's the plan, at least. Hopefully that works. Keep y'all posted. So the dude went to his shop. He said he couldn't do a good weld out here. I have no idea. Maybe he's trying to get more money out of me. But we'll see what he says, how much he decides to charge me. Show you kind of some tips and tricks that I learned with doing this a few times now. Tip number one, get you another stud just like this, put it on the bottom, and then you're going to take that out. Obviously, once the compressor is installed, you're just going to unscrew it. It's going to help you line everything up, and it's going to help you put that gasket on just as so. Tip number one. Tip number two, you don't have to drain the coolant. This hose here, you're just going to take it off, zip tie it just like this. Tip number two, grab another hose and zip tie it just like that, and just slide it on there once you take it off. And the rest, I mean, should be pretty good. Other than that, pretty easy. And what I do is I put a strap around the compressor, so then I hold it up here and put it back in. And like I said, you don't got to take the intake manifold off. You don't got to take the power steering pump off. And the easiest thing for me is to line up the gears. I remove the power steering pump out, which is what I'm going to do right now. Because then once you put the compressor in, you slide these gears on the compressor, and it's easier to adjust that little pump than it is the compressor holding that big heavy thing in here. So yeah, those are a few of my tips and tricks, so to call it. Hopefully this guy comes back and it's welded on there and we can start putting it back on. Well, that's the man right there. He did his thing. I don't think we're losing any boost this time. Welded it up. He took it to the shop. He did charge me $175, but better than spending over $1,000 on the new compressor. It is what it is, man. We're about to throw a little bit of paint and start putting that thing on. Yes, sir. We got it going, baby. We're gonna take it for a test drive, make sure we ain't got no leaks. But I believe we should be good. Now to clean up this mess, and I can finally go home. Alright, well, we got it fixed up. The moment of truth is we're gonna hit some high PSI. Let's see if there's any squealing. We're gonna run up to Freightliner up there. It's not about 2 miles away. Let's see how it's like. And then we're gonna go return this car. So good. I'm not hearing anything, and don't worry, I'll get the motor warmed up. It's at about 150 temperature. I would never do that to a cold motor. Should be good, guys. What a feeling when you get something fixed yourself, man. Like, what a feeling. I don't know, I guess the point of this video really is to just show people what this is like. Not everybody's made for this owner-op crap. Everybody thinks they're gonna just buy an old truck, make a bunch of money, not do any work. And I'm telling you, that is not what that works out like. This guy was next to me watching me work, and he's all like, oh man, my uncle told me never be an owner-op, and he's like, it's just not worth it. And I was like, dude, I guess, I mean, times like this, it's hard, but if I can't be an owner-operator, I don't want to be a truck driver. Because sitting in your own truck that you own, driving it, hearing that thing spool, and you made it happen, ain't no damn feeling like that, let me tell you that. Knowing you fixed it with your own hands, you did this. You ain't working for nobody. So I don't know, man. For those few owner-operators, well, those owner-operators out there that are making it through these tough times and making it happen and staying out here, shout out to you, man. This is the dealership that made it happen for me. Shout out to James that works here, man. Took care of me, made those parts available. I don't know, I mean, I think if you got anything out of this video is you see what it takes. Sometimes you gotta get dirty and it's gonna suck, and you know, it is what it is. But being your own boss, man, It's worth it. Not everybody wants to do it, you know, but those that do, this is what we will take. Now we're gonna go back to the truck stop and go return that rental, and that's gonna do it, guys. I appreciate you watching the video. Hopefully you got some out of it, and we're gonna keep on trucking, stay safe, keep it moving, say no to cheap freight, head to better areas. That's it, guys. Like I said, this guy should probably clean his lights. Maybe it would help actually see them. Some of you say I never use my jakes. I'll let y'all hear it a little bit. Hey guys, that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully y'all like the content for the day, for the few days. Keep it moving. Later. Stay. All right. Let's make sure this thing is straight. Hopefully it's good. I turned on my purple lights on the TV. I thought it looked cool, trying to, you know, copy all the other cool YouTubers and whatnot. I like personally seeing backgrounds like this, and I'm shooting on my iPhone with some cinematic look to it, so it should be cool. I got my iPad right here that I'm going to read some notes off of. And I figured we'd kind of break down this repair into sections on how much what cost, and my outlook on it, what I believe I could have done better, and my tips for you. So first of all, from the get-go, I screwed up with the bolt. Like, you know, once I seen the bolt wasn't going in, I should have just given up on it instead of trying to keep going at it and tighten it down. That was tip number one. Like, from the get-go, that, you know, once you break a bolt in places like that, it's bad. It's really bad. Second thing is, I could have done a better job trying to drill that out, being more patient and tapping it out, but it is what it is. I screwed it up. And third thing is, I didn't even think about this one really, but I could have just called a machine shop and taken it to a machine shop. So if you do find yourself in a situation like this, before you go ahead and call a welder, try to call a machine shop around you and see if a machine shop is willing to drill it out and retap a new hole for you, because, you know, they have machines that will drill something straight and precise and whatnot, you know. But either way, I think, you know, with it being welded, I don't think that thing's going anywhere. And what I'm going to do is, they have reman compressors on eBay. I've bought one before. It's just like a factory one. It worked great. And I'm just going to stock it under my bed, as well as I'm going to buy that new bracket, that like hose bracket. I'm just going to keep it in the bed. They're like $600 on eBay. And I'm just going to either keep it home or keep it in the truck or something, instead of, you know, paying $1,000 at the dealer. This dude hooked me up for $900, but anywhere else they're like $300, man. Like, I mean, $1,300. They're a lot more money. And the issue, even bigger issue, is a lot of places don't even stock them anymore. They are hard to come by. So, you know, imagine if you're here, you're stranded, and, you know, you're far from home, you can't even get the compressor in like a week, if that. So you're just sitting there. And if you don't have a generator, it's cold outside. I mean, I guess you can idle with your compressor out if you are in a parking lot, but Yeah, like, you know, I guess you would just have to get it towed. So what I want to do is I want to do a little recap of kind of like what we spent on all of this and some things that I guess you couldn't even count into it, but we're going to count into it as well. So from the get-go, so I spent $1,050 on the compressor and a few other things. That was $1,050. That was after the core. I took the core back. It was $650. I spent $1,050 first day at the dealer. Then I spent $50 at Fleet Pride. I bought a new air governor and I bought an air cartridge. Mind you, an air cartridge at the dealer, last time I bought it in St. Louis, they quoted me $150. I went down to Fleet Pride, bought one for like 30 some dollars, and this time I bought one for like $25 here in Kansas City. So that was 50, so we're looking at $1,100. And then today I spent another $90 on some coolant and some other random stuff, gasket and whatnot. And I went back to the dealer and got my old bolt taken off. Luckily, I was able to salvage that using my pipe wrench and some crescent wrench. Thankfully, I caught it at the right time. They were just about to ship that core out. The guy was about to come and pick it up, and he didn't yet. It was literally boxed up, ready to go, and they let me go into the back and try to take my bolt out, which I did. That was the plan. That was great. So right now, Fleet Pride and dealer today and yesterday, we're looking at $1,200, give or take. And then yesterday, I got driven around quite a bit, back and forth by Uber. And total today and yesterday, which I should have just gotten the rental yesterday, total today and yesterday for Uber is roughly around $125, which I feel bad for the people who drive for Uber because the dude showed me today, like I was paying $25 for a ride and he showed me he was getting like $5 or something. I don't know if he's making it up, but if that's how much they get paid, I don't know how it's worth it because you're the one that's paying for a car, insurance, maintenance, fuel, everything. Like, that's even worse than owner operators. So, we're at 125. So right now we're sitting at about $1,300, give or take. My rental was $83. Let's round that up to $1,400. Now, I did go to Harbor Freight. I bought a bunch of those bolt removal tool sets. One of them was like $60, blah, blah, blah. Some of those were $100. And then I bought a bunch of pliers and then, other stuff. I did spend $190 there. I don't know if we can include that. I didn't use all of those tools here. Let's include $100. So we're at $1,500. And then the welder. The welder came in. He was charging $150 an hour. He came out. He had to go back to his shop to weld it up a little better, I guess. I don't know why. But he went to his shop, came back, and he brought me a can of primer. He charged me $175. So total, we're driving around with everything. We're roughly about $1,675. That's where we're at for this compressor. I mean, I think I still came out good. I did lose 2 days on it, and I do have it welded on there. It wasn't done, quote-unquote, right, but I think that stuff is solid. It ain't going nowhere. I'm not getting any leaks anytime soon. Knock on wood, I hope. But that's the plan. Like I said, I don't know. I guess maybe if you've been down in the same road and you had it done by, road service or a shop, let me know your thoughts. How much did you pay to get it replaced on the road? I'm just wondering, because these compressors are hard to come by. You can get, like I said, you can get one on eBay, $600, but when you're on the road, eBay is not an option. So you just got to pay dealer prices. So, excuse me. So long story short, as Melissa would say, you've been blessed. Long story short, $1,700. That's what it cost me. I lost 2 days, and I lost $1,700. The point being is you just gotta be willing to get down and dirty and be innovative and come up with ways to fix stuff by yourself. Because if you're constantly gonna pay somebody else to fix these things for you, you're probably not gonna last as an owner operator, especially with the loads as bad as they are right now. So, yeah, hope you guys liked the video and kind of like breakdowns and different viewpoints of things and different types of vlogs and everything that was going on. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I do sometimes take a while to answer, but I eventually do get to all of them Or if you want to just message me on Facebook on my OT Rookie page or my email, otrookie@gmail.com. Either way works. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will catch you on the next one in my old raggedy shirt that I worked in today, but I am so tired. Day 2 of working. I'm just ready to go to sleep and then hopefully tomorrow get a load home. If I don't, I'm just going to deadhead home. It is what it is. I'm excited to go home. I haven't been home. This is day 8, I believe. I know for some of you guys that's just getting started on the road, but for me, I'm not used to this. I'm used to 4 days and I'm going home. 5 days, I'm home. Thank you guys for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and keep it moving. Say no to cheap rates. Later.